Alright, so the first thing we'll do is use a 3/4 spanner that's used specifically for adjusting suspension. You'll see that there's a hook on it. That way I can put it on and I can tighten, or I can loosen if I flip it on the other side. Once again, the size that you need is a 3/4 inch for the suspension on the Phantom. We'll work on the back here and you'll do the same at the front too. But essentially what we want to do is have the same length here and the same suspension force that's applied on both sides of the scooter. That way you're sure to get like 100% comfort while riding. It's either for this, or if you want to just loosen your suspension a bit because you feel it's a little too stiff, or if you want to stiffen it a little bit too. In this case, we're going to make both of them the same. Now, the best and kind of the only way to do it is to look at the threads that are coming on top here. As you can see, the one on the right over here is much more than the one on the left. And so which means that this one is much looser, the one on the left is much looser. So what I'm going to do is be tightening this one and loosening this one just a bit, because I feel like this is a little bit of too stiff suspension. So I'll start off by loosening this one. So I'm turning it anti-clockwise. So I'll just go a couple turns here, not too much. There we go. And now I'm going to turn clockwise over here. So now I'm putting it this way and I'm turning clockwise. Now, of course, what you can also do is kind of test if the force or the tension on the spring is the same, but that's a little harder to do because unless you have a Newton meter built into your hand, there's no way you can really do that. But otherwise, you look at the threads and you can see when it's all about the same, then you know that you're good. Once again, if you want to loosen your suspension, you're turning anti-clockwise, kind of making it looser, so if you're feeling it's too stiff, or if you want to make it just a bit harder when you ride, you can turn it clockwise. Just make sure that you're doing this on all 4 springs, so not just at the back or just at the front. It's much better if all of them have the same force applied.